Hey, how y'all doing? Can y'all hear me? Press the one if y'all can hear me loud and clear. How's everybody doing? Look like everybody is all ready to go. I can't even see how many people are in here yet. Oh, 15 people. Hey, let me shout y'all out. Hey, yes, I am here for the mess. All right, it's going to be a lot of mess tonight. Hey, Denise. Hey, Indigo. Yes, I'm spoiling y'all. Maybe because it's Virgo season and I'm about putting in that work right about now. Also, I've gotten caught up on a lot of work, so that helps. Hey, Esoteric, what's up? Hey, we got a new diggable planet in the house. We got Problem Favor the house. You cool like that? Welcome to the diggable planets. All right, so stay in orbit. All right, we got Dr. Ken. Hey, what's up? We got Irrational. Hey, Janelle. Let's see who we got. Star Lust. We got Aura La Rosa, another diggable planet. Hey, Ear Hustler. Hey, Zuri. Cell Pass, another diggable planet. A Young Soul, Hidden Tower. What's up? Allie started so you can hear me loud and clear. All right. Hey, Florida. Make me think of good times. Anytime you need a payment. Anytime you need a friend. Anytime you're out from under. See, don't get me started, Florida. Like, damn. I was going to kick it off with a little Evelyn Champagne King. You know, what she say? I woke up late last night. Visions of you really seen. I had you by my side. Now with you in my life, I can live in this dream. Sometimes you can't tell if love is real. Y'all don't know nothing about that. That's that old school. I've been thinking about you, and there ain't no doubt about it. I'm in love the way I feel about you. Yes, I know, Indigo. I know you know that. Hey, Talisha, how you doing? And there ain't no doubt about it. I'm in love. I'm in love. Yes. I'm going to have to hear that later on. That song rocks. It still rocks today, 2021. Hey, Tara, how you doing? We got another Diggable Planets in the house. What's up, Tara? Yes. Woo, we got to get it on and popping. Like, I know some of y'all Virgos, y'all don't want to get into the dark side, but, you know, I love to focus on the dark side of Virgo because y'all Virgos, when it comes to the dark side, y'all really go like pitch black. Like y'all some really dark sided people. I'm saying the dark sided ones, that is. Hey Leo, how you doing? Yes, I'm in love. 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 See, Lisa stole that part. If you remember, I wonder if I take you home. Remember when she was like, home, 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 home. So she stole that from Evelyn Champagne King. But yeah, they don't make music like they used to. Indigo said, I know my girl Evelyn. Shame is my neck. Oh, don't get me started with shame. Shame. The pain. That's when she got deep. If you lose my love, it's a shame. I wouldn't want to live with the pain. Ooh, that's my favorite part when she hit that note like that. Yes. Back in your arms is where I wanna be. Wanna be. Yes, back in your arms. Mm-hmm. Hey, Siobhan, we got another Diggable Planet in the house. We got 23 people. I got to wait for this room to fill up. But how are y'all doing? I hope everybody's doing well this Virgo season. Shout out to all the Virgos. Hey, Willow Green, we got another Diggable Planet in the house. Yes, and y'all stay in orbit. Yes. Master your planets. See, all the Diggable Planets, they're mastering their planets. That's why they're Diggable Planets. Hey, Ellie. Oh, the notifications are finally working. That's what's up. Yes, Alicia is a Virgo. That's what's up. Now, you know, Virgo has a lot of really good, admirable traits. But tonight we are going to get into the dark side of Virgo. Because like I said, when Virgo is dark, it really goes dark. Pink Mosey said, what's up, Pink? You said, Virgo men are wild. Yeah, they really are. They're that mutable energy. And you can really look at all the mutable signs as wild. Hey, C. Thomas, what's up? Hey, Jupiter going wild. Make me think of girls going wild. Remember those shows? I mean, that's commercials. They would always show them late at night, girls going wild. What happened to those ads? That shit was crazy. Then they came out with a whole set of DVDs, girls going wild. I guess women don't want no beads anymore. But yeah, they was being all topless for the beads. I know a lot of Virgo chicks was out there with the girls going wild. Hey, Joel. You said my mom and brother are Virgos and they can get intense. Yes. Virgo can get intense. But I'll say this. Virgo, you won't get bored around a Virgo. That's one of the good things about them. They will keep you entertained. They will keep you, active, because a lot of them like to work out. And a lot of them are about that fitness and stuff. They'll keep you healthy because a lot of them are about good health and eating right. Yeah, so there, like I said, there's some really admirable traits about Virgo. And Virgo could be really like loyal and dependable in terms of friendship. The men, in terms of relationships, not so much though. Unless he's just a geeky type. You just came for working out, Talisha? Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See, I wish I had that. I don't have no planets in Virgo. That's my problem. If I had at least one planet in Virgo, or if I was a Virgo rising, yeah, no problem. But guess what? I'm going to the gym tonight after I do this live stream. How about that? And that's what I'm saying. That's the beauty of Virgo season. Got me all motivated. Got me wanting to get right. And Virgo really is about getting right. Right? Yeah, Virgo is about staying on the straight and narrow. And that is one thing a lot of Virgos don't understand about themselves. See, other signs, and I know some of y'all heard me say this before, other signs, they can get out of line and, kind of get away with stuff. But the universe tends to keep Virgos in check because Virgo very much is about the straight and narrow. Now, I'm not saying all Virgos are going to get caught up if they do wrong, like they're going to get caught up right away. But the ones that are given a lot of leeway, a lot of times they got some other signs in their chart that are dominant that's going to help them. But yeah, those strong Virgos, you really need to stay on the straight and narrow, or else the universe is going to correct you. I mean, Virgo is the sign of correction. So yeah, if you ain't right as a Virgo, the universe is going to get you right. And sometimes the universe will send people in your life to make you get right. So that's part of the reason why I'm having this live stream tonight about Virgo and trauma bonding. Matter of fact, let me pull up this picture, the thumbnail, because let me just tell y'all the story of how I came upon this picture. Let me just pull it up. And it's kind of small, but it's the best I could find in terms of this shot. So let me tell y'all how I came upon this picture. So as I'm preparing for tonight's live stream, I'm looking for like images that are like Virgo related to me, but not where it's explicitly Virgo, if you know what I'm saying. So what word did so I Google search uptight and I clicked images because I wanted to see somebody with an uptight face or just like an uptight demeanor. And then this popped up. And this image is from a scene in a movie called Uptight. And this movie was released in 1968. Now, it has to do with like civil rights and activism. That's not what I don't care what the movie's about. But when I saw this image, I was like, oh my God, this is like some trauma bonding shit. Like this scene right here. And if you look at her, I would say he's a Virgo sun. She's a Virgo moon. And they got sun conjunct moon and they got this trauma bond connection or whatever like that. But if you look at her expression, yeah, don't she look frightening? But you know what? A Virgo will take you there. Trust me, I've been there before. That's why I chose this image, because I have experience, as a lot of y'all know, I have experience dealing with dark-sided Virgo men. So that look she has, yes, I've been there before, because dark-sided Virgo will take you there, where you do look shell-shocked. You do look like you just came out of some type of, you came off some battlefield where you just don't even know who you are anymore. You question your sanity. You just wondering how you ended up in this predicament. I mean, as you can see in this image, like she's just all types of thoughts are going through her head, but she's probably even contemplating suicide at this point. Like, I'm telling you, them Virgos will take you there where either you become homicidal or suicidal, dealing with the dark sided ones, or it might be a little bit of both. You be like, either you gonna go or I'm going to go, or we both going to the boneyard, like in that movie. What movie is that? Dolores Claiborne, where Kathy Bates' character, she was like somebody, or she was like one of us going to the boneyard, because she was tired of him whooping her ass. And I swear in that movie he was a dark-sided Virgo. I might have mentioned that in my dark-sided Virgo video. The husband, the father in that movie. If you haven't seen that movie, Dolores Claiborne, I'm gonna write it down. It's based off of a Stephen King book. You haven't seen Dolores Claiborne, watch that movie. And that father, the husband, he plays a dark-sided Virgo to the hilt. I was traumatized just watching that movie, seeing him. All right, let's see what y'all say. You said there's a Taurus chick who likes to pose threats at me through jokes at work and plainly hits me. I'm fixing to lay into her ass. I'm a Virgo. Well, you know what? That's part of y'all job. Sometimes y'all got to correct people. Some people need some correction, and Virgo is one of the signs that's supposed to do it. But see, part of y'all problem is y'all be correcting people that don't need to be corrected. That's why, and again, that brings me to this trauma bonding live stream, because that goes into the whole part of the reason why Virgo will attract these trauma bonding type of relationships. Hey, Latoya, how you doing? Yes, Stephen King is a Virgo. Isn't that interesting? And he wrote that book, Dolores Claiborne, and it, you know, that's the movie that it's based on. Hey, Tracism, what's up? All right, we got 86 people up in here. That's what's up. So I'm gonna wait till we get to 95 before I really get into the topic. But what's been going on lately? I know New York has been dealing with some flooding. What else? Philly has been dealing with some flooding. Hey, the light, how you doing? Hey, millionaire. Millionaire said, I hooked up with a Virgo at work and found out he was sleeping with another girl at my job too. Virgos like to sleep with their coworkers. Oh yeah, because Virgo is the sign of work. So what better way to meet somebody than at work? And a lot of them like work. A lot of them like their jobs. So you said the neighbor you asked me about is a Virgo. So I mean, how's things going with him? Did he mess up yet? And I will say in the beginning, Virgos will really put their best foot forward. So they can really fool you in the beginning, because they're going to be all gracious and nice and helpful. And they're going to be all doing all these things for you and stuff until they get used to you and you get used to them. And then you're going to see that dark side come out real quick. Jupiter going wild said, my allergies been acting up lately. I've been coughing and sneezing a lot. Because it's Virgo season. Just that energy alone will make you sick. And that's why everybody got to boost up their immune system right now. Might want to take some vitamin C. Might want to take some vitamin D3. Whatever you got, zinc. Do it in a proactive way. Don't wait till you start getting the sniffles. I might take some vitamin C tonight. Shoot. Just talking about this Virgo shit. Hey, King Jason. Hey, Fabiola. Fabiola sound like some clothes detergent. You said, hey, Ra, I got my apartment. Yay, congratulations. You said, I finally left Maricopa. You are the GOAT. And I met the older guy you told me about. Thanks. Well, how's that going? Let me know how that's going with the older guy. And let me know what his sign is. Hey, congratulations. I'm so happy for you, Jason. That's what's up. And I think you did ask, would you be able to move before this year is out? And I was like, hell yeah. That's what's up. Thank you so much for your super chat and for your feedback. Feedback is always appreciated. Thank you. Dr. Ken said, do you track your transits or is it too much work? Oh yeah, I track my transits, but I'm not anal about it. So I will like look at them probably once a day, like, because I have a spreadsheet and it just lists all my transits for like months ahead. So what I do is I'm only really focused on those major transits, like of the outer planets. That's what I like highlight in my spreadsheet for myself. And then what I do is as my week go by or my month go by, like for instance, if a certain day, like I like to play this game with myself. So if something happens out of the ordinary or whatever, I'll be like, oh, I gotta have a Mars transit today. Or I'll be like, oh, I gotta have like Venus quincunx something. And usually I'm right. So I like to look at it on the back end just so I can be able to like see what, like try to guess what energy is going down. And I don't like to be all neurotic about the future. So I really don't get too much into my own future in terms of transits. I like to really be organic. And that's the irony. And I think a lot of astrologers are like this. And we do so much work for other people looking into their future and stuff. You're right. A lot of times we don't have time. So a lot of times I don't have time to look at my stuff. But sometimes I have to force myself. Like last night, I forced myself. I did a tarot reading. I did a Celtic Cross tarot reading for myself for this month. It looks like it's going to be a pretty good month for me, except for probably that last day of the month. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen yet. But yeah, so sometimes I got to force myself to like take some time out and look at my own stuff and things like that. Especially if I know I have something coming up that's important. But I love that question. Thank you, Dr. Ken. Andre, you going to bed already? I just started. Damn. It's only 11 p.m. Eastern time, but I understand if you got to get up early, you could always catch a replay. But thank you, Andre, for just poking in. H. Mally Love said, my dad is a Virgo sun, Pisces moon, mad, negative, and toxic. My Venus is in Virgo, Leo sun, and I'm a Pisces moon. Wow. That's a hard match, that Virgo. So I wonder if his sun and moon are directly opposed from each other. That's a hard match right there. I like that combination of Virgo man with a Cap moon. Number one, he gonna be really stable and honorable to his woman unless he got some afflictions to his sun or moon or both. But that could be a really stable, secure man that stays with you forever, like till death do us part. That could be where he has a sense of responsibility and duty towards you. He probably will be a military man because like that's almost like a given. Like that combination, if he's not in the military, he could come from a military family or he could be a cop. There's some and like I said before, Virgo rules cops, but not all cops, just your lower level regular cops. And like I do got this sexual attraction towards Virgos, and sometimes cops do turn me on. I ain't even gonna lie. Not your ugly, average, dorky cop, but every now and then you might see a nice cop with a body and with them pants on that's fitting kind of tight. Especially when they got that riot gear on, you be looking kind of like, okay, copper. But yeah. But that's my Virgo in the 8th house. I'm biased when it comes to the sexual thing with Virgo, but I'm not the only one who has basically gave Virgo men their props with the sex. But it makes sense because they put in that work. Dr. Ken said cops are so sexy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can I help you, officer? Uh-huh. I've been let go by some cops before, and I knew it was because I was cute. And the thing is, as a woman, you do have that advantage dealing with male cops because a lot of times, because they are Virgo ruled, you can play the little damsel in distress role, especially if you're cute. And you could be like, I'm sorry, officer. I didn't realize I was speeding. I am running late for work. I'm sorry. Look, I remember one time I fell asleep at the wheel. I was asleep. Cop pulled me over. He saved my life. And that's why I don't hate all cops. I don't hate cops, period. You got evil people in all professions. there just seems to be more. They seem to be more prominent in professions like police, but that just goes with the territory. But yeah, a cop saved my life one time. I could have died. I was driving while I was asleep. And the only reason why I woke up was because I heard the siren, and I like those lights basically woke me up. And he didn't even give me a ticket. Because again, I played that damsel in distress. Well, I really was a damsel in distress that day. Because I was like, oh my God, I didn't even realize I was asleep. But yeah, saved my life. Another cop saved my life too. When I got stuck on a bridge coming from Philly. And my car broke down right in the middle of a bridge. And I am terrified of heights. And there's no way to pull over to the shoulder, but my car just stalled, period. Like it wasn't going to start, nothing. Cars are just whizzing by. And again, there's no shoulder of that bridge. So it's not like a car could have pulled over and helped me out. So somebody must, and this was old back in the day where most people didn't have cell phones. I didn't have a cell phone back then. Yeah, I heard that, Nicole for the Soul. Philly is underwater. I saw pictures of it. Oh, my life is very eventful. Part of that is I got Pluto square ascendant. So at various times, things or people have tried to take me out. That's at Pluto square ascendant. I also got Pluto square moon. So that's part of the reason why my life's been so crazy. But yeah, so like I said, I got stuck on a bridge. This was back in the 90s when a lot of people didn't have cell phones, but somebody must have had a cell phone and they called the cops, or maybe they could see you on the bridge. I don't know how they did it, but next thing you know, a cop is coming behind me and he pushes my car all the way off the bridge. And I was so thankful. Oh my God, I was so scared. But yeah. And that's one of my fears. I'm always nervous driving over bridges. So of course, my car has to break down right in the middle of the bridge, the highest point. But yeah, that's that. But we got 97 people in here. Now, I can't be on long tonight. And this time I really mean it because my daughter wants me to go to the gym with her and I want to go too. So I think I'm going to only do about a couple of hours and then I'm going to be done. So we got to get into this quick, fast, in a hurry. So trauma bonding and Virgo. What is trauma bonding? So we're going to start off with that right now. So if you just look at this picture right here, like I said, it's the thumbnail of the video. This is like the epitome of like a trauma bonding relationship where you can see this goes beyond just your average lover spat. Oh, you got a super chat. I'm sorry. Let me see. There you go. Thank you for your super chat. You said, what is North Node in Taurus in the 6th house about? Number one, you need some type of craft. You need some type of artistic craft. That's what I would say with that North Node in Taurus. But that could also mean that you would be really good at just cooking, and not necessarily cooking in terms of like profession or job, but even like cooking in your own kitchen, but experimenting with like different recipes and stuff. Taurus North Node in the 6th can also produce problems with your thyroid, problems with your throat, your neck. So you always got to, even like your mouth and tongue, just food choices. That 6th house Taurus North Node is saying be very conscious of your food choices. Be very conscientious. Oh, you want a chef? Okay, there you go. So that could be your chef right there. And yeah, especially if he's a Taurus or got like Venus in Taurus, Mars in Taurus, he could fit into your 6th house, be conjoined to that North Node. There's your chef right there. But yeah, North Node in Taurus, 6th house, that's also, you got to be about budgeting your money. You got to be financially prudent. You got to basically be itemizing things, your expenses and things like that. So yeah. Also with that Taurus in the 6th, just doing like decorating projects, do-it-yourself projects involving like interior design, decorating, things like that would be good. So yeah. So that's really kind of forcing you to live a normal life. And that's really telling you got to live above board, and you got to basically be on the straight and narrow and just Be more of the type of person that's willing to conform and just having a routine down. And that's very important with that 6th house North node. But thank you. All right. But also, you said you hate cooking, so maybe you'll make enough money one day where you'll be able to hire a cook if you can't marry one, or if you can't be in a relationship with one. I'm at the point now where I wish somebody could cook for me every day. I can cook too, but I'm tired of it. I'm tired. But yeah, well, let's get into this trauma bonding situation. So this is from wellandgood.com, and I might actually pull up another website too if I don't find this to be sufficient. But it says a trauma bonding relationship is reflective of an attachment created by repeated physical or emotional trauma with intermittent positive reinforcement, according to licensed psychologist Liz Powell. Put simply, in a relationship with trauma bonding, there's a lot of really terrible stuff happening, and then occasionally really great stuff happening, they say. Trauma bonding isn't limited to happening in just romantic relationships either. It can also happen in dynamics that include fraternity hazing, military training, which would be Virgo, kidnapping, child abuse, political torture, cults, prisoners of war, or concentration camps. Dr. Powell says, in cases of domestic violence or abuse, a lot of people have difficulty leaving abusers because they have a strong connection to them that is able to keep them there even when things are very bad, they say. Within military training, and again, military training is Virgo, within military training or other group-centric situations, you're placed in these stressful situations as a way for you to bond with your fellow service members so that you can trust who you don't know anything at all about in a life or death situation. The Marines in particular really engage in the trauma bonding, but all branches of the military do it. And again, that's part of the reason why they put their soldiers through that rigorous training and all that. Hey, I am well versed. Hey, Solar. Hey, PJ Staten. So yeah, let me read another article. Wait a minute, let me see. It says, well, this goes on to say, this helps to explain why it is so easy to become attached to anything that helps you to get through a traumatic event. Your brain associates that thing or person with safety. So when an abusive person decides to confront or comfort you or apologize, even for a trauma they themselves put you through, your brain latches on to the positive reinforcement rather than thinks through the long-term effects of staying with the abuser. I'll say this because I've been in a couple of abusive relationships, not where it was constantly abusive, but it was abusive enough and it was toxic. I will say this, being a person that's been in abusive relationships before, I can vouch for that, because when somebody is evil towards you, a lot of times, the times when they're kind towards you, the times when they're nice towards you, it becomes over accentuated. You're looking at it as, wow, I have really had a good day. This was a great day, when in all actuality, that should be a normal day. You hear what I'm saying? Like, once you get into these abusive relationships, the good days seem extra good because you're so used to dealing with the trauma and you're so used to dealing with the abuse and toxicity. And that can cause you to just stay in that cycle of abuse for a while because you appreciate those good times too much. And then you'll even say, okay, he's not all that bad, or she's not all that bad. Or you might even start holding yourself responsible. See, I didn't say nothing today, and that's why we had a good day. Oh yeah, maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should continue to just hold my tongue, because that way we'll continue to have days like this. And then you'll continue to see that you're compromising more and more of yourself. And then you'll start to engage in this self-loathing. And it's all part of that cycle. Hey, Karmic Life. Karmic Life said, me with my son in the 6th house, baby daddy. Yeah, trauma bonding all day. So yeah, Joel said, does Chiron and Virgo play a role in staying in those bad relationships too? Oh, most definitely. And what's interesting is Chiron is sort of kind of like Virgo in some respects. Virgo deals with healing. Chiron deals with healing. Virgo can deal with, illness and also injury because Virgo deals with first aid. Virgo deals with, the healing professions. It can produce a nice doctor and nurse. And Chiron is a asteroid that deals with doctors, deals with the medical profession. But Chiron has this other side. Chiron can produce wounds. Chiron can produce trauma. So Chiron and Virgo have a very close association, have a very close relationship. So if you got Chiron and Virgo, you're going to just naturally be susceptible to be in these trauma bonding relationships. So before we get into some examples, let me just go down my list of the reasons why Virgo is susceptible to finding themselves in trauma bonding relationships. Now, keep in mind that a lot of Virgos themselves are going to be the ones that are producing the trauma. They're going to be bringing the trauma. But usually it's because they dealt with some trauma from their early life, and that's all they know. One thing you got to keep in mind about Virgo is about routine. And Virgo can get stuck into this routine. Virgo can get stuck in this pattern. So if all Virgo knows is abuse, Virgo is liable to just stick with that pattern instead of climb their way out of it. Because Virgo is just, again, it's that sign where it's more about routine. It's more about assimilation. It's more about being integrated into a certain type of lifestyle. So if they come from a lifestyle or background where it's real dysfunctional, they're liable to get into relationships that are going to reflect that. All right, let me see what some of y'all are saying before I get into this. Jupiter Going Wild said, my mother was a very abusive parent. My father was more loving and caring. Rosie said, yes, I wanted to be a pharmacist in college, but chose to be an esthetician instead. Being an esthetician, that's still very Virgo too. Let me see what else. Said, perfect description of my childhood. When we smelled marijuana and candles, we knew it would be a good day. But if we smelled Newport Kings and original Pine Sol, me and my sisters knew it would be a bad day. Damn. Siobhan said, Virgo rules routine. Abuse becomes routine, so you have to have it. There you go. I was just saying that. Basically, yeah, you will get conditioned to that routine, and that's all you know. So if you grew up as a Virgo, if you grew up with both of your parents fighting all the time or some type of dysfunction in the household, not saying that you'll automatically be in a trauma bonding relationship, but the chances are high that you could be in at least one. Deneen said, yeah, Virgos can struggle with codependency, self-love, deficit disorder. Yep, I will be getting into that. Very much so. Awkward Letter said, this sounds like Tina Campbell and her husband. Is that one of the chicks, Mary? Is that one of the Mary chicks? Who's Tina Campbell? Solar Lioness Elise said, hi there. Another dope astrologer just recommended you to us in her Facebook Live a few minutes ago and told us to tune into you. Oh, well, tell her I said thank you. Oh, that's nice. I got, some astrologer friends. So, yeah, I'm very grateful for that. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining this live stream. You said, Queen Dara said the male caterers, while the chefs are so fine on the Northeast. Oh, I do love a chef. Yes. First of all, I like a can-do man. I like a man that has some type of craft or trade, or he knows how to. I like a man that's good with his hands. And that's one of the blessings of Virgo men. A lot of them are good with their hands. Oh, so that is from Mary? Yeah, I thought so. A lot of Virgo women are good with their hands. So I shouldn't just, talk about the men like that. A lot of Virgo women are very handy. A lot of Virgo women like to do it yourself projects and stuff like that. All right. So what makes Virgo prone to be in trauma bonds? And like I said, it could be on either side. It could be the Virgo that is bringing the abuse and the toxicity, or they could be on the receiving end, or it could be both parties. So number one, Virgo rules health, and that includes mental health. So Virgo is just susceptible to having mental health issues. If they don't have mental health issues, they could attract a mental health case, especially if women with Sun in Virgo are dating men. Then they could attract a man that is a mental health case that does have mental health issues. Or you don't even have to have Sun in Virgo. You could have Virgo on the seventh house cusp, or Virgo in the fifth house, Virgo in the eighth, even, and you can attract men that have mental health issues. You could have a Virgo South Node. You could have Mars in Virgo, and you could attract men that have mental health issues. So mental health is a major theme of Virgo. Hey, Aquarius Essence, we got another diggable planet in the house. So yes, mental health is a major theme of Virgo. So if one partner doesn't have mental health issues, they could very well attract their partner that has mental health issues. You got a Virgo stellium Aquarius essence. Now, another reason is Virgo's fault-finding tendencies. So Virgo just naturally finds fault with people, places, and things. That's part of their purpose. So Virgo's mind is very active, and part of that mental activity is to find what is wrong, is to find what they can find fault with. So what better way than to attract a person that they can find fault with? Because again, Virgo is very mentally energetic. They could be physically energetic too, but their mind needs something to chew on. And part of that chewing will be to find fault with people. And that is a good reason for them to attract some toxic, trauma bonding individuals. Also, Mr. or Miss Fix-It. Virgo is the sign of fixing things. Virgo is the sign of repairing, mending, correcting. So in that respect, Virgo is liable to attract broken people if they are not broken themselves. And again, it's not just if you have Sun, Moon, Virgo rising. You could have Virgo on the 7th, Virgo in the 5th, Virgo in the 8th. And you could very well have the Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It syndrome, where you want to fix somebody that's broken. You could have your Sun in the 6th house, but it's in Scorpio or it's in Aries, and you still might have a Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It syndrome. So with that, again, you're liable to attract broken people. And again, Virgo has a natural inclination to help people, and that's very much why they could attract people who need help. And some of these people could need mental help. And Virgo has a sense of duty. They like to have a sense of duty to people. So that's another reason why they could attract someone that they need to feel that sense of duty. Also, Virgo has this inclination towards submissiveness. And that's part of the reason why Virgo is the sign of military training, because when you are in military training, you have to be submissive. You have to be submissive to your drill sergeant. You have to be submissive to your superiors. It's all about the hierarchy. And when you start off in basic training, you are at the bottom. You are basically the foot soldier. You are basically just considered basically nothing. So until they build you up, basically, and they got to break you down to build you up, which is so Virgo. You got to be broken down first in basic training, in boot camp, in order, thank you, I am well versed, in order to be built up into a fine soldier. So yes, and like Aquarius Essence said, military is routine. Yes, has to be very routine, because again, they have to operate as a unit. And in that respect, the ego side of themselves have to be submissive to that whole squad, or that whole squadron or platoon, or whatever you call it in the military. So I call this the boot camp syndrome. So you may feel like if you got planets in Virgo, especially like Venus in Virgo, Moon in Virgo, Sun in Virgo, or Virgo in the 7th, Virgo in the 5th, you might feel like, yeah, you have to take your relationship through a period of boot camp, or you're going to go through boot camp because you think this is what it takes. You know how they say a relationship is work, marriage is work. Well, don't ever take that shit too far. You know what I'm saying? Because I really believe the best type of relationships and marriages, it shouldn't require that much work, if you get what I'm saying. If you have to put too much work into it, maybe this ain't the person you're supposed to be with. If you really think about it, because true compatibility is not going to take that much work. It's not going to be like where you have to constantly do these temperature checks, which is very Virgo, where you have to constantly like check in and say, how we doing? And y'all have to go to marriage counseling and all this type of stuff. That's very Virgo, very 6th house. So if it's too much about work, then maybe you're with the wrong person. That's all I'm saying. But Virgo loves work. And again, I call that the boot camp syndrome. Also, Virgo's insecurities can attract codependent people, can attract just those codependent relationships, and they will reinforce their insecurities. So, Virgo, again, has these insecurities. So they're going to attract somebody that maybe they feel like they're the only thing that they can get. They're the only person that's willing to put up with them. And that way they can ensure that person's not going to leave them. So, of course, what better person than a broken person? A person that really needs their help. A person that, but at the same time, this person's going to reinforce their insecurities. Because, again, remember I said Virgo is about routine. So if their routine includes them being insecure all the time, they're liable to attract a partner who's just going to reinforce their insecurities. And Virgo, like I said about the fault finding, this goes hand in hand. Virgo just needs something to complain about. So complaining about their partner, especially to other people, they love it. They always love to have something that they're stressing over. Oh my God, my husband, he just keeps coming home late every night. I think he's doing drugs. I think he's back with his ex. All of these issues, because again, Virgo is a very mentally active sign, and a lot of times they need something to chew on. And if they don't have something to chew on, I'll say constructively, it'll be some destructive stuff. And next thing you know, they chewing on rocks and their teeth are all fucked up. If you notice, a lot of Virgo people, teeth, something wrong with them. They either crooked, or they got too much teeth in their mouth, or their jaw kind of looking funny, or the way they chew. And usually there's something up with a Virgo person's mouth. I'm just saying. And sometimes, yeah, they need some dental work. And again, it's because they need something to chew on. They chewing on them rocks instead of, chewing on something succulent. That's all I'm saying. Because I will say this. The 2 earth sign, Taurus isn't really like this, because Taurus is more about comfort and luxury. Those other 2 earth signs, Capricorn and Virgo, they tend to like it hard. Like they tend to like that struggle. They tend to, and both of them deal with work. Virgo and Capricorn, they tend to like things where they do have to work on it, or else they may not appreciate it at all. They really don't like when things come too easy. So another thing is, these people need something to criticize or someone to criticize. So that goes hand in hand with the complaints. Also, a lot of Virgos can't get over past hurts and pains. So they're going to hold whatever trauma they have dealt with in their past, and they're going to bring it over into their adult life. So again, being in that routine, they're liable to attract these trauma bonding partners. Also, first aid, Virgo being first aid, the caregiver, the home health aid. Now, some trauma bonding relationships is not like dealing with physical or emotional abuse, but it could be dealing with health abuse. And yes, some people can be abusers in terms of their health. Let me explain why. So this could be a person that they don't take care of themselves. Let's say it's a married couple. The wife is a Virgo, the husband is a Pisces. Pisces is very neglectful of his health. He don't take care of himself. And next thing you know, because he's unhealthy and he's overweight, he slips and falls at the job and breaks his back. And now the Virgo wife, now she got to pick up another job. Now she gotta, put him on her health insurance or something like that. Her health insurance goes up or whatever the hell. You know how it goes. So sometimes Virgos will attract the health cases too, like the physical health cases. And that could be a form of trauma bonding too. Because this fat dude, this husband, he could have prevented that if he was living his life right. If he was eating right, it could be another situation where husband or wife ain't eating right. They gaining all this weight. Next thing you know, they have a heart attack. They're out of work because they got to get a triple bypass and shit. And now you're the one having to shoulder the responsibility and all that type of stuff. So I don't even take the health thing like I'm not that sensitive when it comes to people's health either. That's the last thing I want is a sick partner. And that's where I could be selfish. Yes, I'm glad you mentioned that, Nicole, for the soul. That's a perfect example. My 600-pound life. I bet you a lot of the partners have planets in Virgo. They probably, some of them probably have planets in Pisces too. But I bet you a lot of them have planets in Virgo because they become not just their partner's husband or wife, they become their caregiver. And that's so Virgo. I'm glad you mentioned 600-pound life. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's a form of trauma bonding too. Because my sympathy only goes so far. I don't see how these people could put up. But again, I don't have planets in Virgo. I don't have any planets in Pisces. I do have Sun conjunct Neptune, but it's in Sagittarius. So I'm the type that will bail on your ass if you become too much of a burden. I'm sorry. I will make some shit up and act like I don't know. But yeah, I can't deal with too much of the health problems either. And that's another reason why at this age in my life, I ain't trying to be married. Because that usually my husband more than likely is going to get sick and die before I do. And I'm not trying to take care of no sick person. I might take care of my parents. And I'm not trying to take care of a sick husband. Because my thing is, with my Capricorn energy, I become bitter over the years. So I'll be all like, where were you when I needed you? When I was a single mother. Like, yeah, because I'm like, when I needed help, nobody was there to really help me. I didn't have no man helping me when I was a single mom and stuff. And now I got to wipe this man's ass and all this stuff. Fuck that. I'm done wiping ass. I don't have no kids anymore. But see, that's me because I don't have nothing in Virgo. So I could be cold, hard like that. I could be low down like that. But it ain't being a low down. I'm just being real. I know my limits, which is why I don't like putting things together. I know my limits. I don't have planets in Virgo, so I am not the type to buy something from IKEA and be all excited about getting it and putting that shit together. I will have a mental breakdown trying to put together just a small little coffee table. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I'd rather hire a Virgo to do it. And I do have Virgo in my 8th house. So that's like me outsourcing all that Virgo energy onto other people. Like, here, you take it. You take out the trash. You sweep the floor. You do this. I'm not doing it no more. I had to do it. I'm not doing it. And one day I do plan on having a lot of money. And one of the first things I'm going to do is hire a housekeeper. And she's going to be a Virgo too. And she's going to be an old abuelita. She's going to be an old Mexican lady. She's going to be using that fabuloso and all types of stuff. She's going to have my place sparkling. And I'm going to pay her very well too. And she's going to be cooking me that Mexican food too. What? The pozole and the enchiladas and the tacos. Hell yeah. That's one of my dreams. Dr. Ken, you said me too? Okay, so let me finish this list. All right. The treatment plan. So this goes to Virgo being a fine doctor, a physician, a healer. And again, it just goes into taking care of people. Having a treatment plan for your partner. Okay, so we gonna work on your resume today. And then tomorrow we gonna look for jobs. And then the next day we gonna buy you some new clothes and stuff. I will say, and I think I did did I leave Virgo out when I was talking about my Goodwill, when I did my Goodwill United Way relationships? I might have left Virgo out. Oh, Marcus, you're so generous. Thank you so much for that generous super chat. So you said Hi, Rahbinah. So lately, me and my father have been modifying both of my cars. Whoa, I like that. You said, do you see me fully finishing them by my birthday next year? Also, I recently completed my vision board. Do you see it coming into fruition in my life? I love these questions. I love the fact that you're modifying cars and you got that sixth house energy, which is so on point for that. All right. Let me consult the cards. So, first question is, do you see me fully finishing them by my birthday next year? Which would be summertime because you're a Leo. I'm curious to know what cars they are. Yes, Marcus got them coins. That's what I'm saying. Marcus. All right. So I'm doing a 4-card reading for you. Lord have mercy. Um, you're gonna run into some complications. I'll say this. Just don't have too high of expectations in terms of getting them both done. And that's the emphasis on the word both. Getting them both done by your birthday. There might be one car that you can get done by your birthday, and that's what I'm actually seeing. One car in particular that you really need to be focusing on. The other car can kind of fall back. You could kind of fall back on the other car, and then you will be able to get that at least one car. And I would suggest it be your car because you're the one that still has all this life ahead of you. I suggest it be your car. And yes, it will be finished by your birthday. But I got that 5 of Wands in the challenge position, and that's the conflict that I'm seeing. So that's showing a conflict with those 2 cards. You're putting too much effort and energy into one of them. And I say it's your father's card. You need to put more focus and energy into your card. And then you said you recently completed your vision board. I got to create a new vision board. Hey, Florida became a diggable planet. Hey, doom 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 doom. Dun 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 dun. Yes, thank you. All right. Will your vision board manifest, come to fruition in your life? All right. Florida got that Florida water. Got the 9 of Wands. That's very much dealing with like a vision board because that's a Sagittarius card. Oh, there's a join button. You could click my channel and then just click on, I guess you click on channel to see the join button. Sometimes it's underneath the video itself, but sometimes for some people it's not. Now, in the challenge position, I got the Magician. So it's all, oh, you did a super chat? Man, where you at? Oh, yeah, I'll get to your super chat in a minute. Thank you so much for your super chat, Florida. I didn't see it. But yeah, I'll pull it up. But let me scroll up and see if it's still there. All right, I'm going to have to pull it up somewhere else. Okay. But now that you're a diggable planet, from now on, you'll be able to get a free question answered each live stream. So in the challenge, I have the Magician. And that's showing the challenge with your willpower and your ability to be able to manifest everything that's on that vision board. So already it's kind of telling me that you may not be able to manifest everything. But let's see what that advice card is. Ace of Swords. So that's showing me that you will be able to manifest most of it. And maybe even all of it. And then I got the Tower card. The Tower card can manifest as disappointment, and it can deal with a change. So that tells me that some of the things on your vision board you may not even want after a number of years or whatever. But that Ace of Swords, that's a very good sign that you'll be able, I'll say you'll be able to accomplish at least 90% of what's on that vision board. And I hope that helps, Marcus. I hope you're doing well, Marcus. And I hope you're still working on your products, your hair products, because I really believe in you with that. All right, so let me see about that super chat for Florida. She brushed by me and painted on jeans. Wait a minute. All right. Said I was a tiger she wanted to tame. Bam, 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 bam. That's my song. That song is so 80s. All right. So I see that you became a member, but I don't see your super chat. But go ahead and ask your question. Just repost your question. Florida. All right, let me change the picture. We gotta pull up. We gonna start getting into some celebrities that are examples of trauma bonding relationships. Hold on. Doom 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 doom. Caribbean queen. Now we're sharing the same dream, and our heart can beat as one. No more love on the run. Doom doom doom. All right. This guy knows all about trauma bonding. And once I pull him up, y'all gonna know what I'm talking about because it's all up in his material that he writes for his films. Virgo, trauma bonding, script writing, movie mogul. You can just look at his picture right here. I mean, trauma is all over his face. And his movies center on trauma bonding relationships, don't they? Yes. We can name them. Come on, let's name the Tyler Perry trauma bonding films. What was the first one? Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Let me write this one down. Come on, y'all. Diary of a Mad Black Woman. What's the other one? What's that one with Taraji P. Henson? Was it I Could Do Bad All by Myself? Was that one? And then what was the other one? Who the hell or Why Did I Get Married? 1 and 2. Medea's Family Reunion. Hey, what's another one? Acrimony. We gotta watch Acrimony for the watch party, y'all. Didn't he do Acrimony? Acrimony. What's that other one? The Family That Prays. I never seen that one. Did he do For Colored Girls or did someone else do For Colored Girls? That did seem like a Tyler Perry film. In the Closet Tyler, right? He got his own trauma bonding, and that's why it comes out in these films. Solar Lioness said Acrimony was trifling. Oh yeah, Fall from Grace. Yup, that was horrible. I forgot about that one. That one was recent, wasn't it? So that was him For Colored Girls. That was one of the worst. Oh my God, that For Colored Girls had for trauma bonding all over it. Now, know who else is a trauma bonding filmmaker? You already know. What's his name? Lee Daniels. Lee Daniels. Now, I don't know if he got anything in Virgo. What's Lee Daniels' sign? What is he, a Capricorn? Because Lee Daniels, he does those trauma bonding films too, especially Precious. Alex Cross. And then remember he did that one movie with that chick. She played in Eve's Bayou. I forget what movie that was called. Oh, yeah, Joe Budden with his trauma bonding ass. Okay, I'm going to see The Family That Prays now that you mention it. I need to watch that. But, yep, he's a perfect example of trauma bonding, Mr. Tyler Perry. But a couple of more things on my list. I did say that, Virgo is compatible with Scorpio in general. And Scorpio is the sign of trauma. So Virgo and Scorpio, they just work well together. They go hand in hand. So Virgo is attracted to trauma. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Now, another thing about Virgo, like I said, they're dealing with a lot of mental activity. This is why a lot of them are writers, and he, writes all the time. He said he could crank out a script for a film like in a week. That's ridiculous. So, but that's just showing all his mental activity, and he lacks imagination in terms of his film. So it's not like he really is using all this creativity to come up with these scripts. But yeah, so Virgo, Scorpio connection, very much dealing with the trauma bonding. And also, like I said, Virgo is a very mentally active, mentally restless sign. And in that respect, they lack inner peace. So they're liable to have an outer life that reflects that lack of inner peace. So if you don't have inner peace, your life on the outside could be chaotic, or you could attract people that are going to just reflect that. So that's another issue. Also, let's not forget that Venus is in the fall when it is in Virgo. The fall is not a good placement. It's not a good term. It basically means dysfunctional. It basically means Venus can't feel comfortable. Venus doesn't feel at home when in Virgo. And, Venus rules love, relationships, all that good stuff. Thank you so much, Ashley, for your super chat. You said, hi, my birthday is in a few days. Well, happy birthday. You said, feeling a bit down. Not sure if it's because of this Capricorn. Oh, hell yeah, it's him. Trust and believe. He's a dark cloud over your head. That's why you feel down. You said, because of this Capricorn I've been dating for some time. Question, is it love or just lust? All right. I love this question. Thank you so much for your super chat. Let's see. Is it love? Because if it isn't love, why does it feel this way? Why does he stay on my mind? And if it isn't love, why do I hurt so bad? Make me feel so sad inside. All right, let's see. Is it love or is it just lust? I'm going to do a 4-card reading for you too. If it isn't love, them Capricorns will bring you down. That's why in my Dark Side of Capricorn male video, I say, get behind me, devil. Thank you, Florida, for your super chat. Thank you so much. I'll get to your question in a minute. I got the 6 of Pentacles for the situation. And that could deal with issues where you feel like you have to kind of placate him, or you feel like you're at the mercy of him. You're at his mercy. Challenge is the Knight of Swords. So that's telling me that he's not acting like he's really in it, really like into you like that. Or I'll say where he's doing enough to really make you feel like it's love. That right there can deal with a level of detachment, and there could be issues with respect, especially since he's a Capricorn. Oh Lord, I got the 5 of Pentacles. That is not love. That is lust. So it's showing that 5 of Pentacles means sometimes it can mean that too much focus is being put on the physical side of the relationship and not enough on the spiritual. And of course, the spiritual part would be where that love is. So basically, you could just start being real and enjoy the physical part and just know that you got to go elsewhere for the love. And then I got the 8 of Swords, which is telling me that at some point you going to like make yourself unavailable to him. You going to basically hang it up. You say you've been dating him for some time. Yeah, it might be time to give him his walking papers, especially if he's not going to show and prove, and especially if you've had conversations with him. It's lust, honey. But sometimes lust is better than some toxic love. I'll say that. And if it's toxic love, it ain't love anyway. He probably is incapable of giving himself in terms of love. So sometimes you got to look at a person like that. Some people are just not there. Some people are just not on that level. And one thing about Capricorn, they are very material. So a lot of them lack tenderness. A lot of them lack sensitivity. A lot of them just lack that emotionality that comes with love and all, and displays of love and stuff. Oh, thank you, Ashley. Well, good luck with finding someone that's really right for you, because I don't believe in suffering through a relationship. There's plenty of other fish in the sea. So throw that cold fish back. All right. Let's see who else we have. We have PJ Staten. Thank you for your super chat. Florida, thank you. Let me get to you. You said list of Virgo celebrities: Michael Jackson, trauma bonding; Beyonce, trauma bonding; Blair Underwood, I don't know about him; Kel Mitchell, I don't know; Idris Elba, let me pull that fool up right now; Damon Wayans, and Ludacris. Idris Elba. Now, he is an example of trauma bonding, in my opinion, simply because he got with what's her face? What's her name? K. Michelle? I'm like, any dude that's going to get with K. Michelle's crazy ass, he got to be into a little trauma bonding. Here you go. Now, I have to admit, at one point I did think he was, kind of fine, especially when he was in The Wire and some other, like when he was an American Gangster and he played, I forgot what role that was, but he was kind of fine and that. But then when you think about what comes behind that face, and his face ain't even that great either. And I did one last thing I'll mention about Virgo is the constipation that comes with it. Just the digestive issues, the bathroom issues, the loose stools, but also the constipation. If you notice, a lot of Virgos have that constipated look on their face, and he definitely has a constipated look on his face. So you just know that he's difficult. I'm going to include him on my trauma bonding list. What do y'all say? And again, just off of him getting with K. Michelle, even if it was for a brief period of time, even if it was just for some booty, I consider that him being classified as a trauma bonding Virgo. You said the farting, hell yeah. Indigo said, and her delusional ass thought he was going to marry her. And then she just basically got it in her head that she didn't look good enough. And, he probably was really criticizing her during that little fling they had. And next thing you know, she going back to the plastic surgeon getting even more work done. Like, if you already are addicted to plastic surgery, don't get in a relationship with a Virgo. They just going to make you cut yourself all up. And then you're going to look like Michael Jackson. I'm telling you, some of y'all that be all like, oh, Idris is fine and all this stuff. Spend a week with this nigga and come back and tell me how fine he is. You spend a week with him. See, he look like that now. But after you spend a week with this fool, this is what you're going to end up with. He going to end up looking like this. By the end of the week, he gonna look like this, and you gonna be running for the hills while you got your mom on the phone. Like, Mom, you go, because when you go through a traumatic experience, the first person you want to call is your mom. He one of those fools where, yeah, you gonna be talking on the phone to your mom, talking about, Mom, I dodged a bullet. I'm telling you, see, them Virgos, they fool you. And that's how they look once you really get to know their ass. For real. So fuck with Idris Elba if you want to, okay? Because that's what you really going to be dealing with. Just give them some time. And it don't take much time at all for a Virgo to start showing their true colors, for real. A lot of them, they can't, like I said, they will put their best foot forward in the beginning, but a lot of them can't even last a week. Shit, some of them can't even last a day. He's a heavy duty smoker. So yes, K. Michelle is a Pisces, which is terrible. No, actually, That opposition can work out well under the right circumstances. I will say this. But she was already fragile. We already know she's a trauma bonding chick. So she gonna get with this trauma bonding fool and they think they gonna make it work? I don't think so. You said don't let the accent fool you, right? I don't care if you sound like some old chop. I ain't impressed, Idris. So yeah, y'all could take him home if y'all want to. I'm cool. I am cool. All right, so let me talk about some more trauma bonding celebrities. Beyonce, of course. Now, when we talk about Beyonce, I feel like that trauma bonding started with her daddy, but then she gets into a trauma bonding relationship with Jay-Z. Next thing you know, she making a Lemonade album and all this type of stuff. So trauma bonding, Beyonce. Of course, we have Michael Jackson. And remember, like what the article said, the trauma bonding doesn't have to just be romantic relationships. Michael Jackson had the trauma bonding relationship with his father. You know how? As dirty and low down and abusive as his father was towards him, he still had his father in his life. And again, that's one of the problems with Virgo. Michael Jackson he was conditioned to have this routine where his father was basically always controlling him. His father was always in the picture. And you notice Michael Jackson never cut ties with his father, even though he said it himself that his father was abusive, that his father was just this monster when they were growing up. So you see what I'm saying? And then he also talked highly of him too. Yeah. Trauma bonding. Straight up. And then he got with that Lisa Marie Presley. And you know Lisa Marie Presley ain't right in the head. So that was a trauma bonding relationship right there. Yup. Joe Jackson ruined that whole family. Yup. And all of them maintain a relationship with Joe Jackson. So all of them Jacksons are dealing with that trauma bonding shit. Queen Dara said, you mean Matthew handed Beyonce to Jay-Z, did business? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I forgot about that. That really was. It did start off as a business transaction. Yup. You got that right. Yo, you see how the Joe Jackson's still alive. Well, you know, demons are immortal. So I'm not surprised that Michael's dead and Joe Jackson's still alive. All right, moving along. How about this one? Just 1 second. Just one touch, and I'm lost inside your love. Just one touch means more than words can say. Just one touch. All right, just give me a minute. All right, hold on. All right, what about her? Trauma bonding. Now, I believe she was in a trauma bonding relationship with her father. Oh, Joe Jackson's dead? Oh, good. Oh, I mean good. Well, you know, we all gotta go sometime. I'm just saying, you know, at least he's not angry anymore, hopefully. Nah, he probably still is. Damn. So he died. Michael can't get a fucking break. You know he came right after Michael, after he crossed over. He was like, Michael, come here. Poor Michael, he can't even rest in peace with Joe on the other side. Damn. Oh my God. Michael was like, help me say it. Oh, no, you'll understand. Tears are coming to my eyes now that I really think about Joe Jackson being over there. That ain't right. That's fucked up. Oh, poor Michael. But anyway, back to Amy Winehouse. So Amy, I believe her father, I'm just saying, I think her father might have molested Amy Winehouse when she was young. Because I feel like they had like a weird relationship. And then wasn't she married, or she had some boyfriend and they were always in abusive, like they were abusive towards each other or whatever. Yeah. Trauma bonding. All right. How about this one? Damn, Michael. That's fucked up. Can you imagine? Michael just chilling in whatever dimension he's in. And then and then out of some thick fog comes that ugly ass bulldog looking mug. His father talk about, Michael, come here. All right, let me stop. Oh my God. It was Sepher and Sue, every girl that we knew. And my baby said love is through. Ooh, this is Heartbreak Hotel. All right, here go another trauma bonding individual. All right, who's that? Hey, Sarah, Diggable Planet. All right, who's that? Oh, damn, I can't see the comments. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Hey, Wise Sense, not practice. Thank you so much for following me for so long. Yes, Prince Harry. I mean, look at who he married. I feel like that's a trauma bonding relationship. And he had a trauma bonding relationship with his father. You know, because him and his father and his mother, they didn't get along. And he clung to his mother. And in that respect, I'm pretty sure him and Prince Charles really don't have a good relationship. And he's considered the black sheep of the family. So what better way to piss off the royal family but to marry a biracial chick, black chick, you might as well say. Oh, yeah, I can see that ballsing. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go. Moonlight Orange. Thank you. Megan is a Virgo moon. So it makes sense. Yep. Makes sense. Hey, 1111. You saved my life with the dark side. The dark side gaslighted me. I knew they weren't right. They need to walk in the light, right? But guess what? Some people are born to walk on the dark side. It just is what it is. Wait a minute. Jupiter Going Wild said Harry looked like a good eater. Well, you know how them redheads do. Shoot that ginger beard. Hell yeah. Them ginger boys are wild. Sarah said, look what Megan is doing. Manipulation as hell. Mm-hmm. Yup. Trauma bonding. All right. I got another one for y'all. Oh. We got to get into this right now. Y'all ain't going, some of y'all ain't going, y'all going to think I'm going too far in left field with this one. Y'all going to think I'm going too far in left field with this one, but, and not with him himself, but when I put y'all on to something, just give me a minute. Give me a minute. But I'm about to pull up a trauma bonding person. And remember, trauma bonding doesn't just have to be with romantic relationships, right? It can even deal with work situations, employment. It could deal with your career path. So let me just pull up this example of another trauma bonding Virgo. I'm going to have to put a root beer in the freezer. All right, who's that? Who's that? And what was the episode that he had? Well, I shouldn't say episode, but what did he do that showed that he's one of those trauma bonding individuals. Remember what happened to him? Yes, Dave Chappelle. What happened to Dave Chappelle? Remember, how many years ago was this? You know I'm addicted to root beer. That's part of my problem. But I'm like, shit, I gotta live my life. Yes, Dave. Trauma bonding. I'm about to put y'all on in some deep shit. Oh yeah, who's the other Dave? Bokeem Woodbine. Isn't he a Virgo too? Is Bokeem Woodbine a Virgo? Let me see. They do call him the other Dave. But there could even be some shit with that too. But I'm about to get into it. Oh no, he's an Aries. But yeah, they call him the other Dave. All right, do y'all remember when he freaked out? Yes, he walked away from a multi-million-dollar deal with Comedy Central. Remember, he freaked out and he went all the way to Africa because he was like hella traumatized. Hella traumatized. So you don't just escape to Africa for no reason. And you don't just walk away from a multi-million-dollar deal for no reason. And he tried to just say, oh, it's because they wanted me to do things that, but I think it was more than that. And we all, well, I can't say we all, but a lot of us know how Hollywood gets down. Hollywood itself could be trauma bonding. Let me just show y'all this. See, I'm about to really tie the pieces together, put the pieces together for y'all real quick. Because I don't think some of y'all still understand where I'm coming from. Just 1 second. Trying to find a good one. I'll just pull this up. Again, this is about Virgo and trauma bonding. We're still on the vein of Dave Chappelle, right? And again, remember Dave Chappelle, he fled to Africa. Why? Just give me a minute. Where are we at? Oh, let me pull this up. We have Los Angeles, California. What is Los Angeles? Virgo. Los Angeles, California has sun in Virgo. And y'all think I'm playing about this Virgo and trauma bonding? And we know how Los Angeles is. They call it the city of angels, but it's really the city of devils and demons. Dungeons and Dragons, basically. Like in that song Free Falling by Tom Petty, he was like, and all the vampires living in the valley. They really talk about real vampires living in Los Angeles and shit. This shit is real. Los Angeles is a Virgo. Hollywood. They have Skid Row in Los Angeles, and it's really called Skid Row. Dr. Ken used to live in the valley. Is that true what they say about vampires, like real dark-sided people? Don't you love that song, Tara? I love that song. Free falling, I'm a free falling, and I'm free falling. That's my shit. All right, yes, California, period, basically, but especially Los Angeles. You could throw San Francisco too, because that's a pretty dark-sided city too. But isn't it interesting? Los Angeles, Virgo, Hollywood, Dave Chappelle being a Virgo. Now, let me pull this up. And this is where I might lose some of y'all on this, but some of y'all are on the same line of thinking like I am. So I know some of y'all will get me as soon as I show you this. free falling. Does anybody know where this image comes from? Where does this image come from? Hey, New Eyes. What's up, New Eyes? Where's that image come from? Yes, Logos de Cosmos. Get Out. Remember that movie, Get Out? When I first saw the previews, the trailer to Get Out, I was like, what, Dave Chappelle's in this movie? I thought that was Dave Chappelle at first. No lie. Am I the only one who feels like he looks like Dave Chappelle? And tonight, when I was preparing for this live stream, I already thought, I was like, dude look like Dave Chappelle. And then I thought about Jordan Peele, who made this movie. And I was like, oh shit. Now I know what the fuck Jordan Peele was doing. Jordan Peele, that Get Out movie is about Hollywood. And especially about what Hollywood does to blacks. And this guy is representing Dave Chappelle. And remember in the movie Get Out, the whole thing was, it was these white people that were taking over these black people's bodies. And then remember when, I'm not saying that is Dave, I'm saying he looks like Dave Chappelle. If you don't think that looks like Dave Chappelle, you blind. I know what Jordan Peele was getting at. He purpose, like they don't choose these actors, just randomly. He knew who he wanted to play, and he wanted to play somebody that looked like Dave Chappelle because Dave Chappelle got caught up in the industry, and that's what that Get Out movie is about. Of course, the movie is about race and all this stuff, but think about it. It is about these, especially Hollywood, turning these black people or these black actors in particular, making them do certain stuff, taking their souls away, selling your soul. Think about it. And I think, remember when Dave Chappelle dropped out of the game, right? He dropped out of the, Hollywood and stuff for a number of years, and then he came back and people were saying that he looked different. Now, I'm not saying that's a clone. I'm not saying that at all. But maybe he went through some type of reconditioning or reprogramming or something. And I'm telling you, Jordan Peele, I think he's smarter than what we portray him as or what we believe him to be. And the interesting thing is Jordan Peele got Saturn and Virgo conjoined to his Virgo North Node. When I saw that shit, I was like, oh shit, because Virgo is very much dealing with race relations, integration in particular, civil rights. And I believe that is what Jordan Peele was touching on with this Get Out movie. And the sunken place is basically you selling your soul to get put on in Hollywood. Once you sell your soul, you're in that sunken place. And now you can't get out. Just like this character, he couldn't get out. Because this white guy has taken over his body. And there was something up with him getting his picture taken. What was that about? Remember in the movie when dude took his picture and his nose started bleeding and he was all like, get out. I wonder what it was about the camera that made him snap out of it. But maybe it was like the flashing light or whatever. But that told me, like, when he snapped out of it and was like, get out, that let you know that still part of that man still exists. Just like part of Dave Chappelle still exists. But they done taken over most of his mind. And I'm talking about in real life now with the Dave Chappelle. Again, he flees Hollywood, goes to Africa. He drops out of the game for a number of years. He already done sold his soul. He already done sold his soul with the Chappelle show and all that stuff. Once they got you, they got you. The same with Kanye West. Yes. Ellie, there you go. Ellie, remember when he had to go to the psych ward? And next thing you know, he's on medication and he's saying he's bipolar and all this type of stuff. Sometimes they will reprogram your ass. Yeah, remember Dave got thick as hell? Yep. Maybe because he was somewhere where he couldn't, be free to do what he wanted. And maybe that's why he gained weight. Maybe it was some type of drugs that they were giving him in order to gain weight. And if you remember, he's become much more docile now. Yeah, he still has said some controversial stuff, but Dave Chappelle is not the same like he used to be. Telling you, that's what this Get Out movie is really about. It's about Dave Chappelle and other actors like him that have been swallowed up by the industry, swallowed up by Hollywood. They're in that sunken place. You could say the music industry too. They're in that sunken place and they can't get out. Oh yeah, and how about Donda West? Kanye West's new album, Donda. That's showing you right there. He can't get over the fact that he sacrificed his mom in order to come up. And what's interesting is I saw this video about Kanye West. Even though this is about Virgo, I do got to throw this in there real quick because it is related. I saw this video about Kanye West's mother's death, and I was listening to the 911 call, and it seems like the women that were supposed to be caring for her purposely dropped the ball. It seemed like they purposely weren't even listening to the 911 dispatcher. It seemed like they were purposely trying to botch this job. See, I was under the impression that Donda West died from complications of plastic surgery. Now, she did have plastic surgery prior to dying, but there was nothing wrong with the plastic surgery procedures themselves. It was in the aftercare. And did you know that they gave her mother 20 Vicodin in a 24-hour period? Who does that? Who does that? And this is why Kanye West has really gone crazy. He's in that sunken place ever since they killed off his mom, or his mom was sacrificed. He's been in that sunken place. And he knows. I'm just thinking like he knows about that 911 call. So just hearing how these people that were supposed to be caring for your mom was purposely negligent, or I shouldn't say purposely, but it sounded like they were purposely negligent. And that's how it went down. That's how the sacrifice went down. And that's why he can't get over it. That's why he named this album Donda. I hate to say it now, but I just got a little glimpse of a vision. I wouldn't be surprised if Kanye West ain't going to be here much longer. They might take him out in a few years, y'all. I just got a vision. And every now and then I do get visions because I got Sun conjunct Neptune. But yeah. And that could be the reason why he named that album Donda. Don't be surprised if they take Kanye out, especially since he's broken up with Kim Kardashian. They don't have no use for him anymore, like the Kardashians at least. But yeah, I won't be surprised if he's one of the celebrities that ends up going. And it could happen with the Scorpio South Node. And that would be a major sacrifice. You know how much media attention that would get if they kill him off? Major sacrifice. That's like pulling so much energy, saying like DMX. So much energy was generated when DMX died. They channel this energy that's being generated when these celebrities die. That's part of the whole sacrifice. Yep. Siobhan, exactly. They don't need Kanye any longer. Are they back together? If they are, he better really watch out because she might be the one that slips that shit in his drink or something. Gives him that hot dose. Yup, artists are worth more dead now. Yup. Yes, Aaliyah was another one. Yeah, it happens all the time. Yup. Death sells more. Amen. Yeah. So again, watch that movie Get Out with a new perspective this time around. And look at this from this character playing Dave Chappelle, like this representing Dave Chappelle. Now, who do you think the black woman is representing? Because remember the black maid in the movie? Do you think she could be representing a real actress? Because I firmly believe my theory about Get Out and how this character is representing Dave Chappelle. And again, Dave Chappelle's freak out was very prominent. Like that got garnered a lot of media attention. So it would make sense that Jordan Peele is using Dave Chappelle as one of his examples. But who do you think the woman in that movie was representing? I'm trying to think. It might come to me later. You think it could have been Oprah? Who else would be? Who else is like a black woman in that sunken place, and she's an actress or some type of major media mogul? Who's Six the Goddess? Daniel said, I heard Michael Jordan's death is supposed to bring in martial law in the future. What? How so? Oh, yeah, Paul Walker, another one. I think he was in a trauma bonding relationship, which is why he was sacrificed. Gayle King, maybe that was Gayle King. Gabrielle Union, you think it might have been Oprah? Wait a minute, so Candace Owens. Remember, she was like, no. Remember, she spazzed out on dude in the car? Oh, she could have been Angela Bassett. Maybe. She did kind of have that Angela Bassett look, very hard eyes. Angela Bassett got some hard ass eyes. And so did that lady. That lady looked like she was up crying all night. She was all like, no. I was like, lady, if you don't, oh my God, put some cucumbers on them eyes, some tea bags, something. You think it might have been Jennifer Hudson? Right? I'm telling y'all, watch that movie. Now, I'm going to have to watch that other movie of his. What is it called? Us? What's that other movie he put out? Because maybe there's some strong symbolism in that movie, too. So Annie said, when you first saw Wendy Williams, you thought she was a dude? Oh, look, it's almost time. I got to hold on. I'm going to put a root beer in the freezer. Because I'm going to need a cold one after this live stream. Hold on. All right, so that's that. Moving along, let me pull the next trauma bonding Virgo up. This one is really sad. There's a lot of trauma bonding Virgos out there, but like I said, I gave y'all the reasons why. Lord have mercy. He looked like a drowned rat. Lord, Jesus Christ. Wow. All right, let me pull him up. Poor thing. But, I'm saying poor thing because I'm thinking about his childhood, but he's probably a real live asshole right now. Virgos can be some of the biggest assholes out there. Let's just call a spade a spade. Who's that? Super Chat is tripping again? Hey, undercover hiring manager. I like that. Wait a minute. Wait. You talking smack about astrology, undercover hiring manager? Wait a minute. Wait. Let me highlight this real quick. Am I reading what I think I'm reading? It says, undercover hiring manager said, this is pathetic nonsense for low-minded idiots who believe in talking snake and grandiose thinking. I guess we're all low-minded idiots in here. Oh, wow. Don't I feel put in my place? I guess I'm a low-minded idiot, huh? Even though I've predicted a lot of things over the years about what has went on in the future. But if you believe this is pathetic nonsense, that's all good and well. KC said he's an idiot if he's sitting here listening to us. Well, curiosity kills the cat. So, some people are just curious, A lot of times some people don't like astrology because they don't like what it said about their sign and they take it too much to heart and stuff like that. But hey, somebody said, Florida said that's a Virgo troll. Tracy will say you must be a Virgo. Where his ass at? That's right. Get him, y'all. I'm going to let y'all get him. You said, is he talking about Christianity? Oh, yes. Cat Williams is a perfect example about trauma bonding. Yes. Yes. Yes, that's Macaulay Culkin. Crazy looking ass. Yes, looking like a drowned rat. Looking like a drowned rat. So again, now you see why I was like, I feel sorry for him, but he's an adult now. And, I don't care what happened in your childhood. You don't have to walk around being an asshole to people. And you can tell just by looking at him, he is an asshole. So, and that's a hard face to look at, boy. A lot of Virgos have good looks, but this dude didn't miss one branch when he was falling off the ugly tree. Like, goddamn. But when he was young, he was cute. He was a cute little kid. But now, but yeah, so I would say the trauma bonding was with his parents in the beginning. Now, I don't know much about his love life and all that type of stuff. Is he gay or straight? Does anybody know? I know he was in that movie, Party Monster, and he was just showing his ass in that movie. Oh, you think Sonali Thin trauma bond? Remember I was saying I don't trust that chick. So Macaulay Culkin, he's one. I'm going to pull up another trauma bonding chick. Give me a minute. A lot of y'all don't know this chick. But once I mention her boyfriend, and I'll actually just pull up her boyfriend right now, then y'all see what I'm talking about. This Black Widow. Hot-blooded. All right, just a second. Here's another example. Trauma bonding Virgo, this time a woman. Remember this couple? Remember him? She's the Virgo. Anthony Bourdain was a Cancer. Trauma bonding. She knows a lot about his death that she ain't, she's not coming clean about his death. I'll just say that. And then wasn't she one of the ones that came out and accused what's that guy's name? Weinstein, Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, she's a witch too. Yeah. Trauma bonding. I think she carried out the sacrifice for Anthony Bourdain, but allegedly, I'm not accusing her of anything. I'm just saying, I speculate. Oh, I got Jada on the list. We might as well do her now. Let's pull Jada up because she's on my trauma bonding list. This is why she wearing that get up on her head, because she trying to heal from that trauma. She don't know who the hell she wants to be. That's not a big enough picture. Damn. Jada don't know who she is. She don't know who she want. She don't know where she is half the time. And she's one of those, again, like one of those little busybody Virgos. Always got to be doing something. Always got to be having something going on. Yeah, she is very beautiful. I will give her that. But yeah. Now the trauma bonding, she did say she went through some stuff growing up in Baltimore. Now I wonder if her and Tupac's friendship, I wonder was that a trauma bonding situation? And I know she definitely didn't want Will Smith, but Will Smith was like her provider and protector and all that type of stuff. But you see, she still acts up in that marriage. So, yeah, she's the one bringing the trauma to Will Smith, I'll say. I bet you she verbally abuses Will. And with Will being a Libra, he just takes it on the chin. But yeah, I bet you she's hell on Will's at home. And she's even like said stuff like that. Like she used to be really bad and then she's overcome a lot of her problems. She said she used to have a sex addiction. So maybe all them sex parties they were having at the Smith mansion, maybe they were more so Jada's idea than Will's. Will likes to hang with the boys a lot. So, all them sex parties, I'm pretty sure that was more so Jada's idea because Will, he usually like to have a night out with the guys, if you know what I mean. All right, who else we got? Oh, this one. Y'all gonna love this one. Y'all gonna love this. And I'm gonna tell you one time, you gonna love this. I'm the one-man army A son. All right, let's see. Just give me a minute. All right. Now he is addicted to trauma bonding. And he creates these trauma bonds with a lot of people. He's another Virgo. Who's that, y'all? Now, I do not trust this man. And people that are into the field of psychology, people that are psychiatrists, psychologists, therapists, a lot of them ain't, they ain't right in the head either. And that's why they gravitate towards that field. Yes, Dr. Phil, trauma bonding Virgo. Now, he forms trauma bonds with all his guests. You can tell he gets off on this shit. The more dysfunctional the guests, the more he's all over them. And I wouldn't even put it past him that he's probably had maybe a sexual relationship with one or two of his guests before or whatever. And his wife, Robin, something's up with that chick. I don't total fake marriage. I don't know what's going on. It's gonna say he's a sick man. Wait a minute. Didn't he have some sexual harassment? Hey, Shantae, didn't he have some sexual harassment charge or not charge? Wasn't it speculation? I know some dirt came out about Dr. Phil, but he's definitely addicted to trauma bonding. Yes, Robin is yes, something is up with Robin. She plays that plastic wife that always has that fake smile on her face, acting like everything is all right. Wait a minute, did him and Robin get divorced after all these years? Because this bitch never missed a show. You know how she would come out at the end of each show? I'm like, bitch, do you ever take a day off? You never have a period. You never cramping. What's going on, Robin? I don't trust that type of marriage. It's not real to me. Thank you, C. Thomas. She did have that step. Let's pull up a picture of Dr. Phil and Robin. We're going to analyze this shit real quick. But she does have that Stepford wife vibe. And she very well could be one of them Stepford wives. Oh, look at her now. She looks terrible now. Oh, my God. That's all that plastic surgery. Wait till y'all see this shit. She don't even look the same. And see, that's a sign of trauma bonding too. Because, Dr. Phil, he's a Virgo. So, he probably really be criticizing the hell out of Robin, talking about, you got another crow's feet. Crow's feet look kind of extra. I want you to get some more plastic surgery. I want you to get a tummy tuck. I want you to get excited about your plastic surgeon. Look at this bitch. You can't, what is that? But again, this is a sign of trauma bonding. Dr. Phil probably criticizes the hell out of her. He probably finds fault with her all the time. And he got money, so she be going to that plastic surgery probably like every 3 months. Does look like Caitlyn Jenner, right? Telling you this is and look at Dr. Phil. This dude look wicked as hell. Let me find this other picture of Dr. Phil that scared the mess out of me. Let me try to find it. I'll just pull this one up. Look, both of them look evil as hell in this picture. Wait till y'all see this shit. I feel sorry for their kids. All right, wait till y'all see this shit. Both of them look evil as shit in this picture. And devious. Look at that. Look at that face. Dr. Phil in particular. You said I feel sorry for that dog. He does look like he sniffs panties and booty holes and I don't know what else, but damn. You said they eat people. Yes, get the likes up. Thank you, Indigo. 8 more likes to go. I guess I'm approaching 100. Let's hope. Right? Just wrong looking. Something is really up with these people. Like, they're the type of people where if you meet them in person, you're immediately creeped out because you see how fake they are. Yeah, there you go, Siobhan. They're giving off major scammer couple vibes. Yes, they are. The kind where they're going to, offer you a place to stay. And you turn their asses down because you like, I don't care if you homeless, sleeping on Skid Row, all that. You would turn this couple down because you think they on some next shit. That's what, either they swingers or they gonna drug you or they gonna do some crazy shit. I would take my chances on the street in Skid Row before I spend a night at this couple's house. That's all I'm saying. Because this is like your Get Out couple. Talk about the Get Out movie. These are like Get Out people. That's how I'm looking at it. They might suck the soul out of you or some shit. They might be harvesting organs and shit. Maybe that's how he really made his fortune. I don't know. Something ain't right with these two. Talk about invasion of the body snatchers. Oh, don't get me started on Dave Ramsey. I was cussing Dave Ramsey out today because I was listening to one of his videos because I subscribe to him. And sometimes I love his advice. Other times I think he'd be dead wrong. So this fool today, I was listening to a video. He told, this young boy, he was leasing a car. I'll agree with leasing a car and all that stuff. I think that's kind of dumb. Unless you just got plenty of money, you want to change cars all the time. But of course he was like, don't lease a car. And he was like, but don't get a car note. He was like, because the dude had $25,000 in savings. And Dave Ramsey, if anybody listen to Dave Ramsey, he's always about having an emergency fund and saving money. So he told dude to take $14,000 of his $25,000 and buy a car outright with cash. I was like, yo, that's one of the most dumbest things I ever heard of. You're going to take $14,000 of your $25,000. See, he's so against financing. He's like a dinosaur. He's like back in the old times. If you know how to work it right, there's nothing wrong with financing a car. I'm more about cash flow. It's much more smarter to hold on to as much cash as you can and turn that cash into more cash than buying a $14,000, like spending $14,000 if you only got $25,000, dropping $14,000 on a car when you could finance that shit. Take that $25,000 and flip it, and you got $50,000 in a couple of years. If you know how to work that money right, instead of spending 14. But I'm like, why am I saying this? I ain't the financial expert. Dave Ramsey is. But sometimes he be giving some dumbass advice. And sometimes I be wondering if those credit card companies are putting money in his wallet. Because he always talk about pay off your debt. Eat rice and beans. Pay off your debt. Look, motherfucker, I got Venus and Libra. I'm going to enjoy my life. If I work hard for my money, I'm not eating rice and beans if I don't have to. But that's how he do. He'd be like, eat rice and beans for 5 years, but pay off all your credit card debt, pay off all your student loans. Guess what? Those creditors, and at the same time, this is why I be questioning what he be saying. At the same time, he'd be like, you don't need credit cards. You don't need to worry about your credit score because credit cards suck. And I'm like, okay, then why you got to pay your credit cards off all quick if you don't care about your credit score? So half the time, he don't be making sense. And I swear these credit card companies are in his pocket because he's always talking about pay these credit cards off first. I'm like, nah, you work that shit. And you don't ever give these creditors more than what they really are due. Unless you know how to play that credit game and you're paying off your credit card every month to build credit. That's another thing. But my thing is, why give these people more money when you could take that money and flip it? That's all I'm saying. But he all about paying off these creditors first. I thought about calling into his show too. Jimmy Fallon, yes, he's another Virgo. All right, moving along. I got to kind of hurry up. I don't have much time. We got another trauma bonding Virgo. And I know this motherfucker is hell on wheels. Even though he cute. He is cute. I'll give him that. He ain't so cute anymore. He's still a little cute. But damn it, he was cute back in the day. And because I keep saying cute, I know a lot of y'all know who I'm talking, or some of y'all might know who I'm talking about by now. I'll pull this picture up because he got the constipated Virgo look on his face. He one of them Virgos that really be looking constipated with his little cute self. But yeah, you can tell this motherfucker is a bitch at home. Let me pull this trauma bonding Virgo up. Oh, somebody said it. Somebody said it. Here we go. Nasty Nas. Yes. Nasty Nas with his little cute self. But don't let the cuteness that come with Virgo fool you. Just ask Khalees. Khalees will let you know. Khalees will let you know. And I believe every word that Khalees said about Nas and how she had to hide her jewelry from this fool because he would get upset and just rip shit up and throw her jewelry down the toilet and shit. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Indigo. Nas is a bitch ass Virgo, ass Khalees. Now that relationship they were in, that was a trauma bonding relationship with Nas being the main abuser. I'm not saying that Khalees was totally innocent. Let's be real. Khalees is a Leo, and Leo women, they can really provoke men sometimes. I'm not saying that they deserve to get beat, but I'm just saying Leo women, they can be provocateurs. So that's just not a good combination a lot of times, because a lot of times the Leo woman is going to be wearing the pants, and the Virgo man, he could be submissive for a minute, but if he ain't happy, then it's going to start coming out sideways. So, yeah, you could tell he is a bitch to live with. Isn't he fine, though? He is fine. But that ain't enough fine for me to put up with that Virgo bullshit. It ain't. I already got fooled by that. I'm not doing it again. But, yeah, he is. And he nasty, too. You ever hear that song he did called Dr. Knock Boots? Oh, my God. That's why they call him Nasty Nas. And then he got that Mercury conjunct Pluto in his chart. Oh, my God. He nasty. He like to eat booty holes, too. I could tell. A lot of Virgos like to lick the booty. That's how they keep people staying in their life. Because, you know, not everybody into licking booty like that. But a Virgo will. Oh, yes, they will. And they like to get their booty licked, too. So I know Khalees, you know, she came up with that brown ring around her mouth a couple of times dealing with Nas. But then again, not, you know, Virgo men, a lot of them can be very clean. But I have known of some dirty bird Virgos as well, though. I'm talking about skid mark leaving Virgos. Yes, some of them Virgos can be dirty, too. Oh, yeah, Uchi Wally. He was so nasty on that. And then he did a song with Wu-Tang where he was talking about putting stitches in their anus. He was basically saying he would be blowing chicks' assholes out where they got to get stitches. I was like, damn, Nas, it's like that. But yeah, he nasty. A lot of Virgo men are nasty as fuck. For real. And they be down for whatever because of that mutable energy. And he one of them. And remember, he got with Nicki Minaj for a bit. That was a split second. So that just shows you that, you know, he don't mind dealing with some, you know, chick that's questionable. I'll just say that. Who else we got? Couple of more. We're gonna have to take it back to the old school with this one. We just gonna have to. Let me pull him up. Damn, we gonna have to do a part 2. I didn't even get into the serial killers. So y'all gonna have to stay tuned for a part 2. I think I'll probably go live tomorrow. But oh yeah, and it's only Thursday, so we're gonna do part 2 of this. My head is starting to hurt anyway. I don't know what's going on. It's that Virgo energy. But we're gonna have to take it back to the old school, because this is another trauma bonding Virgo. This trauma bonding, blind as a bat motherfucker, was just going upside women's heads even though he couldn't see. And again, these Virgos, they don't need eyes to be abusive. And you know, the fact that he was blind, basically that just adds just salt into the wounds that he was already dealing with. So we're dealing with some cranky ass fault find. Wait a minute, they said Ray well, how come he's on my list as a Virgo? They had him down as a Virgo. Let me double check. Unless he's at the 29th degree of Virgo. He might be on the cups. Let me check. Yeah, Astro Theme has him down as a Virgo. So he was born on September 23rd. So he might be at the 29th degree. Let me see what Astro Theme says. Because they had him down as a Virgo. Yup, they got him down as the 29th degree of Virgo. I'm going to side with him being a 29 degree Virgo over a 0 degree Libra. That's what I'm saying. Because he fits Virgo more than he does Libra. Now, he probably also, let me see what else he has. Where's this at? Where's that chart? Okay, so he has, let me see, what time do they have? So if he was born, what time do they have that? Where's that sun at? So he would have to be born before sunset to be a Virgo. If he was born after sunset, if he was born at night, he would be a Libra. I peg him as a Virgo at the 29th degree, considering his relationships. Think about all the problems he had with women. That's 29th degree Virgo all day. And especially those women these women were like singing backup for him and stuff like that. But they don't have his birth time here. But like I said, according to Astro Theme, his sun is at 29 degrees, 59 minutes. That's if right at the sunset, because it's right on the 7th house cut. So if he was born in the morning, that would make him a Virgo. If he was born at night, that would make him a Libra. And then let me see what else he got. He got Moon in Libra. So that's where he got Mercury in Virgo. So even if he has Sun in Libra, he got Mercury in Virgo. And he fits the whole trauma bonding Virgo list. All right. And then a couple more. I think we're going to leave out with this. But I got some more examples for y'all for tomorrow. So stick with me on this. But this one will knock your socks off too. That ain't it. Hold on. Of course. Just 1 second. Let me pull it up. Yeah, we're going to leave off with this one. Of course, I can't pull it up. Hold on. Desktop. Don't stop till you get enough. Keep on with the force. Don't stop. Don't stop till you get enough. Keep on with the force. Don't stop. Of course, here it is. Don't stop till you get enough. Keep on with the force. Don't stop. Don't stop till you get enough. All right. Virgo, trauma bonding. Enough said. September 11th, 2001. One of the most traumatic incidents in American history took place. None other than Virgo season. And a lot of people were traumatized on this day. Not just the people that were in New York, that were near the Twin Towers, but people all over the world were traumatized. And they kept on showing the clips over and over that day. Remember, it was like for a whole week, they just kept showing the clips over and over again. Nah, I'm about to get off right now, Cherry. This is a different day because I got to go to the gym. But yeah, they kept playing it over and over again, making sure that people would be traumatized. September 11th, 2001, Virgo. So yeah, when I talk about the relationship with Virgo and trauma bonding, very much so. Yes. You said, Diana, you said my ass was crying. Oh, I remember I was just in a state of shock. I think most people were. And you know me, I got a mouth on me. So that day I called up the radio show, Michael Smirkanich. It was this radio, he had a radio show because I used to love listening to talk radio back then. And his name was Michael Smirkanich. And I was the first caller, y'all, because I got Mars and Gemini. I was the first caller when when his show was on and it was 9/11 that day. And my question was, I was like, where was national security? How were these planes able to just go off of the grid and all this stuff? I was asking the hard questions from day one. I think he hung up on me, but I don't remember. This was a long time ago. But yes, yours truly called up a talk radio show host. I was the first caller on 9/11, and I said, what happened to national security? What happened to the security in the airspace? I was like, how was this allowed to happen? What happened to NORAD? Why did they stand down? What is going on? How was this allowed to happen? He couldn't handle it. And I remember, I think we got into a shouting match, and then I think he hung up on me. But yeah, I knew from the beginning. I didn't know exactly. I couldn't put all the pieces together on day one, but I knew by day two, shit was an inside job. Day one, I remember I was just asking a bunch of questions like, yo, this shit don't feel right. And then by day 7, I had pictures of Osama bin Laden on my wall because I was like, that nigga fine. And I knew that he didn't do it. And I knew that they were just using him as a scapegoat. But yeah, I was crazy back then. I was so against America back then. Of course, I saw Loose Change back then. I was listening to Alex Jones. I was all like, back then I was into conspiracy theories hard, like harder than I am now. Like I was just all over it. Hell yeah, Osama bin Laden was fine. I was like, shoot, I'll be in your little tent. I'll read the Quran with you in bed. Hell yeah, he was fine with his desert ass. I was like, yeah. And again, I could say he was fine because I knew he didn't do it. I was like, he didn't blow up them damn towers. I was like, he ain't had nothing to do with it. And what's interesting is the Bush family, they had dinner with the bin Laden family the night before 9/11. But we might as well do a live stream one day just on the whole. How about we do a 9/11 anniversary and we do a live stream dedicated to 9/11 and we get into some conspiracy theories and shit like that. We might do that for September 11th. Wait a minute. Sarah said word out is Osama is still alive to this day. What? But yeah. Oh yeah, I was feeling Osama hard, and some of them Arabs they claimed blew up the tower. I was like, oh, he cute. I was like, he cute. Oh, he cute. I was like, there was that one Zacharias Masawi. See, I know his name because I was like, that nigga fine. Zacharias Masawi. I was like, yo, he didn't do it. I was like, he too fine. I was like, he was knee deep in some pussy. That's how I know he didn't do it. But yeah, he was another fine one. I was like, yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I could get turned on in a lot of ways. My tastes are varied. I'll say that. Yeah. And them Arabs, they packing too. Don't ask me how I know this, but I know. Them Arabs, they might act like they're not black, but they don't call them sand niggas for no reason. Because below the belt, goddamn. I'll just say that. But yeah, with that, I'm going to just leave y'all with that. And I hope y'all have a wonderful night. I'm going to take my ass to the gym, but I'm going to get a root beer in real quick. And then I'm going to get on the treadmill and burn those calories off. But yeah, you said now they packing heat. But goddamn. Don't get me started because I'm getting flashbacks. But anyway, yeah. So, oh yeah, don't get me started on that pentagram. I said pentagon. You might as well call it the pentagram. But yeah, we'll get into a little 9/11 conspiracy shit probably on 9/11. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for all the super chats. If I didn't get to your super chat, send me an email and just write super chat on the line. But I think I got to everybody. I didn't have many tonight. Wait a minute. Cash App. Wait, somebody sent me a Cash App. Now I remember. So let me see. Joyce, do you have a question? Thank you for your Cash App. And I got 2 new patrons. That's what's up. Thank you, Dr. Ken. Thank you, Joan, for being a new patron. And then if anybody else would like to sign up for my Patreon, feel free to do that. But is Joyce here? Because you didn't post a question in your Cash App. Oh, Janelle. Janelle, where you at? Oh, Anaya, you had a question? You sent a super chat or a Cash App? See, I was trying to get out of here. Hold on. All right, what is that? Okay, we want the supers. Oh, there you are, Anaya. Oh, and then PJ Staten, I got you. Wait a minute. You said, I'll have you do my chart sometime next week. My sun and Venus are in Virgo. Okay, you're a 9/18. That's Sarah's birthday. Yep, Sarah got a birthday coming up this month. PJ got a birthday coming up this month. Ashley got a birthday coming up this month. Who else? But all the Virgos, I just want to wish y'all a happy birthday. Anaya, I got you. You said, who posted my number on Craigslist? What? You said, who posted my number on Craigslist? Does someone have it out for me? I feel like it's my crazy ass stepdad. And general advice message, I need to know. The one time I'm happy in love, this happens. Damn. Wait a minute. Now you know I got questions for you. You said, who posted my number on Craigslist? Wait a minute. Tell me real quick, how was your number on Craigslist? Did somebody say that you were offering some services or something? How did that happen? See, Thomas got a birthday this month. Happy birthday in advance. You part of the Libra squad. So where you at, Anaya? Yeah. How in the hell, how did this show up on Craigslist while I'm shuffling the cards? Did somebody try to act like you was on the track trying to make some money? What's going on? That's some devious shit. And it sounds like something, I'm trying to think, what sign would do some shit like that? I'm thinking Aquarius would do some shit like that. Scorpio might, because, they're very vindictive. Virgo might. That's some low down shit, man. Thank you so much, Tara. Wait a minute, you said your apartment. Oh, they tried to make it seem like your apartment was for rent? Damn. Okay, so who posted your number? Who is it? And it doesn't seem to matter, and it doesn't seem right. Okay. Who is it? Okay. I got the Hanged Man. So this is somebody that knows you. I'll say they know you. They're close to you. They know a lot about you. I will say this. This is somebody that knows about some of your affairs. Somebody that is basically kind of like spying on you too. Like this is somebody that's like kind of stalkerish. And you're saying it could be your stepdad? Has your stepdad helped you out? Like, has he helped you out a lot? Because I'm seeing this as somebody that is in a position to help you out. Hangman. That hangman could be representing your stepfather. Because that could show that he doesn't really need to be in your life anymore, but he's still hanging around. So you're not close at all. Because that hangman is basically dealing with that. Like, he has no business being in your life, but he's still hanging in there. But why? That's the thing. Like, who would do such a thing? Let me look deeper into this. All right. Who and why they post your number? And I gotta hurry up. All right. So situation, Knight of Cups. That's basically posting that on Craigslist. Challenges the moon. That's basically you're not being sure of who did it. And that's also basically dealing with somebody is overstepping their boundaries. Oh, that moon. It could be the stepfather. Queen of Cups advice. Queen of Cups, a lot of times when you see that, that is your mother. So you said New Boo's ex, she's trying to meet me tomorrow. Meet you for a fight? Four of Swords. Well, that Queen of Cups is very much representing your mother. And I'm not saying your mother did this. I'm saying it's basically kind of pointing to your stepfather because of that moon card. So just be very careful. Did you get your number changed? Hopefully you did. You said someone at the gym waiting. You talking about a man, new eyes? I am in no position to meet a man right now. Although the last time I went to the gym, there was a few guys there, but I didn't see nobody that would have attracted me. But yeah, all right. Let me answer your next question, Anaya. And then I gotta hurry up and go before my daughter starts looking at me sideways. All right, let me see. Where was I at? Damn. Okay. So you said, does someone have it out for me? I don't see it being that ex doing that. Does someone have it out for me? I feel like, oh, wait a minute. You already, so the next part, and general advice message I need to know. The one time I'm happy in love, this happens. Well, don't let what happened mess you up in terms of love. Because I don't see your boyfriend having anything to do with this. All right. So let me see what advice I can give you. I got the Eight of Pentacles, which tells me that this makes me think of this relationship you're in. So it makes me think that things are fairly new. So basically, this is telling you to take things step by step, one day at a time with this guy. And I don't know why you're meeting the ex. What's this about, Anaya? Please tell me before I leave. Why are you meeting his ex? Or why does she want to meet you? What is this about? I don't like that part. And again, I don't see her being the one that did the Craigslist thing, but I'm wondering, why are you meeting the ex? That's strange to me. You said Neptune in your eighth. conjunct your moon and Jupiter. That could be somebody within your family connected to your mother that has it in for you. Oh, shoot. Oh, today's Keanu Reeves' birthday. But Anaya, I want to know, like, why does this ex want to meet you? I'd be like, bitch, what? I'd be like, you're an ex for a reason. Step off. Like how they used to say in the 80s. You tell that bitch to step off. But again, I want to know why she's trying to meet you. Like, what is this, a package deal? Sarah said the ex seems either angry or wants to tell about the boyfriend. I'm confused. Okay, here you go. You said we all knew each other prior to all this casual friendship. Oh, okay. So she wants to meet up with you tomorrow. Well, I'm still not really cool with that either. I'm like, why? I mean, especially if you're not friends, really. You said she has no idea about him and I dating. She was jealous of our friendship, but she was jealous of our friendship. You said, I think she wants him back. I don't know if you should meet up with this chick. I'm like, for what? I don't like the way she sounds. She a Cancer or what? Like, ugh. I'm like, will you go somewhere? I'm like, obviously, if he wanted to be with you, he would still be with you. Otherwise, I don't even know why you want to meet up with me. Like, what do you want to smell his dick on me or something? Like, what the fuck? You want to smell his dick on my breath? Here you go. Yeah, thank you, Tara. I would stay away from her too. Now I gotta wrap things up. It's already 10:22. Now somebody, Janelle, I don't know if you are in here. I don't know if you had a question, but if you did, and I don't see you, if you did, send me an email. And if I missed any Diggable Planets questions, I'm sorry. Y'all can send me an email too. But like I said, I will be back tomorrow night with part 2 of this live stream. So I got to go. But I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace, many blessings, and I'm out.